Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I have the pleasure to introduce you to that very important video. So, as you know, parents have to deal with a lot of difficulties by raising their kids. And then today, we know that it's a little bit difficult for parents to know how to deal with their teenagers. So that's why we are going to talk about the world of the teenagers and their parents in that video. And I want you please to welcome a very important person that has been working with our teenagers for a long time, and then she will happy to share her experiences with us today in that video. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Tanya in this new video. Hi Tanya, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm happy to having you in my show today.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Tanya Pirtle, and I have been working with Emmaus House, which is how I know Delano, in Haiti for the last 8 years. Delano is our psychologist, and my degree is in social work, and I've been working in Haiti for 8 years. I've been doing work in America since I graduated from college in 1992, or 94. So I've worked with the criminal justice system, and I have 6 children of my own.
Okay, all right. The first question that we want to ask you, how many teenagers have you raised in your, because today we are going to talk about the world of the teenagers and their parents. How many teenagers have you raised in your life?
So not including the ones at Emmaus House.
Okay, all right.
I have 6 kids total. My youngest is 14 and my
Okay.
oldest is 23. She just had
Okay.
her first baby. And so 6 total.
Oh, 6 teenagers in total.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What was the biggest experience you have done with teenagers in your life? I mean, not only in your teenagers or your kids, for every teenagers you met in your life and your work, and as a social worker, what was your biggest experience you have done with them?
Yeah, I think the most challenging experience that I've had with my teenagers has been that transition to independence.
Okay.
Helping them go from living in my home to living independently and making sure that they have all the skills that they need to be able to do that. And as a coincidence, that's what we do at Emmaus House as well. So.
Okay, you mean to help them to do their transition to become adults or to become independent?
To become adults, to become independent, to live outside my home, to be successful without me in their life every day.
So, according to your experience, how do you think parents can better discipline their kids or their teenagers?
Discipline is tricky when you're a teenager
Okay.
because that's the phase of life when teenagers are where they're trying to become independent and they want to think their own thoughts and they want to explore the world, and so it's a new place.
Okay.
And so that is a little bit of a challenge when it comes to discipline because our teenagers don't want to be controlled by us anymore.
Or they want to be controlled by parents?
What?
You mean the teenagers don't want to be controlled by parents?
Yes, they don't want to be controlled by their parents. And so I think what's really important with regard to discipline with teenagers is to work really hard to stay attuned and be in their life and to be focused on what they need and to just be very intentional about being in their life.
Okay. What do you think is the best key or the keys of a good relationship between parents and teenagers?
Trust.
Trust.
Yeah. If your teenagers trust you, then when they're struggling, when they're having problems, when they're hurting, they'll come to you and they'll tell you. If your teenagers don't trust you, then they'll go to their friends or they'll go other places where people aren't as invested in them and won't have the skills and ability to help them as much.
Okay, all right. But I can even add not only trust, a good communication can be one of the keys of a good relationship between parents and teenagers. And then after building the trust, I think the teenager will be able to establish a good relationship with parents, and then that relationship can help them to have a relationship with other people outside the house.
Yeah.
That's why it's really important for parents to build a good, to build the trust and then good good communication in order to help their teenagers to build good relationship with other people around the world where they go.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Our
right.
relationship with our kids builds that foundation for other relationships.
That's true.
So,
That's true because
yeah.
the base of a good relationship is start at the house.
Yeah.
Good relationship at the house means good relationship everywhere, at work, at the university, at church, everywhere the teenager can go.
I agree.
All right. Then, do you have any advice for parents that will watch that video?
Wow, yeah, there's lots. But something that I've done that I think sometimes a lot of parents don't do is I've been very intentional about the people that I've put in my kids' lives. I've wanted to make sure that they have good people in their lives that they can turn to, trusting relationships in their lives that they can turn to outside of just me. So I've been very intentional about making sure that my kids have other people in their lives besides just us.
Oh, they have older people, any kind of people or good
Older
people?
people who are mentors, people who are
Okay.
of the same faith, who are able to guide them in their life. Because when they're teenagers, they don't always want to turn to their parents. A lot of times they want to turn to other people. And so if we're intentional about putting trusting relationships in their lives, then when those difficult times come, they have more than just me to turn to.
What will happen if that choice is broken?
Well, we have, as parents, we need to work really hard to repair it.
To repair
That's
the
our
trust.
job. Yeah. So apologize, try to make it right, try to change when we're doing things wrong. And so if our teenagers can see that we're willing to work on ourselves and we're willing to grow and we're willing to say, hey, I messed up, then they're a lot more willing to do the same.
Okay, all right. By the way, what are the advices you have for teenagers right now?
For teenagers?
Yes.
Whew. Wow. Just respect your parents.
Respect your
Respect
parents.
your parents, and their job is a hard job.
It is.
Being a teenager is a hard job, but being a
It
parent of a teenager is a hard
Both
job
jobs
too.
are hard.
Yeah.
Both of them are hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my advice to them would just honor your parents and respect them.
Like the Bible said,
Yeah.
honor your parents.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Good. Thank you everybody for watching this video. We hope that teenagers will practice those advices, and then parents too will create a good relationship with your teenagers. You know, being a teenager, as Tanya just said, it's a really hard and difficult job. And being a parent, we know it's a very difficult job too. But if we build trust and then good communication, I know for sure that relationship will be very, very nice. Thank you for watching that video. We'll see you soon for another one. Bye-bye.